Hi guys, in this lecture you will be learning the method. So first of all, what is the method? The method is a collection of a code to perform an operation in the program. So in the real world, what is the method? We can also call it behavior or the function. In the real world, every person can talk, every person can sleep, can eat. So these are the methods of the every human being. So now I'm going to create the method in the class. So there is a restriction on which place you have to create the method. The method is always created outside this main section and inside the class. And then we need to call the method from the main. And now I'm going to create the method. First of all, we need to write the return type of the method. What is the return type? When we want to return any value, so we need to write the return type. I'm going to discuss the return type in the next video. We don't want to return any value, so write void. Void represent null, and then write the name of the function. Here I'm going to write display, and you are able to write any name of the function and then write the parentheses. In between these parentheses you are able to pass the parameters, but I'm going to discuss the parameter in the next video. And then the brackets. In between these brackets you are able to write the code. Here I'm going to write system.out, and then the print statement. Here, hi David. And now let's execute the program, and here you see that it's not working. Why? We have not called this function. We need to call this function. First of all, create the object. Here is the p1 new one, and here is, and then I'm gonna call this function. First of all, write the object, then dot, and then we need to write the display function name, and then parentheses, and then semicolon. So now let's execute it, and here is the David is printed. So how it happens? When we execute the program and the compiler start executing the program, when the compiler executes this statement, so the transfer, so this statement call this function. So the control is transferred to this function, and this function completely execute, and then control is returned to this statement again. So this is the way how the function work. And now I'm gonna print the data members of the class through the function. Here I'm gonna create the string name, and then here I'm gonna give the value to this name data member. Here is the name, and then here I'm gonna give it Fahad, and here is the error. We need to write the uppercase S in the string. Let's write this variable name in this print statement. We don't need to write the object along with the variable name. Let's execute it, and here is the Fahad is printed. Why Fahad is printed on the screen? Because it is the value of the p1 object data member, and when we execute this display function with the object p1, so it print the value of the data member of p1 object. How this function print the value Fahad? Because at this statement we give the value Fahad to the data member name of the p1, and then we call the function with the p1, and then in the function here is the variable name, and then this name print the value Fahad, because we give the value to the data member of the p1 object. You have already know every object have the different version of the data members. That's why it print the Fahad. And now I'm gonna create another object. here is the object and its name is p2, and then give its value. Here is its value, p2 dot name is equal to David. Here is David, and then I'm gonna print this statement. Here is p2 dot display. So now let's execute it. Click on this statement, and now here you see that when we execute this program, so it prints the Fahad and it also prints the David. How it happened? At the first time when we call the function p1 dot display, so it transfer the control to this function, and then it print the value of the p1 object that is here, because we call the function with the p1. And when we call the function with the p2 object, then it print the value of the p2 object that is here, that is David. So this is the way how we handle the method in the class, and we can also give the value to these objects in the function. And here I'm going to write ch. So now both have the value ch because we change the values of the name. So this is the way we can use. And now when we call the function with the p1 dot display, so it change the value of the name in the p1, and it also change the value of the name in the p2. So that way it prints the ch. If you have any problem in my lecture, so kindly add the discussion on Udemy. I will help you as much as I can. Thank you for watching this video. I will see you in the next video that is about parameters and the return types.